Eric Backer, the naturopath. Thanks for coming back. Is a parasite cleanse the same as a candida cleanse? Are both of them the same? Well, they're not. In fact, they're entirely different. Normally, if someone comes to me and they say they've got parasites and they want a parasite cleanse, I put those people usually into two camps. One camp is a bit of a wacky kind of person who really believes that they've got like stuff crawling in their brain, or they've got worms crawling in their eyeballs, or they passed out, toilet bowl fulls of things, 12 feet tapeworms, and other people passed out 100-foot tapeworm. And I mean, these are a lot of tin foil hat wearing people out there think they got parasites. They feel something inside their body. They think they've got parasites in their bones, in their brain, everywhere, crawling everywhere. I mean, I can't imagine how they sleep at night with all these crawling bugs all around themselves. But that's the wacky type, and we do get them. And then we get the other type, a bit more normal. These people actually have had a test done, and they're actually determined that they've really got a parasite. They worked out what it is through DNA testing. Okay? So there's a big difference between that tin foil kind of guy with the plastic ray gun, shooting tapeworms up in the moon or something. Big difference between that person and the one who's actually been to a lab, a proper scientific lab, had a proper test conducted, and then shows me that they've got a parasite. Big difference, all right? And this is the same with candida. We've got a similar thing with candida people. We got people who just say, "I've got candida." I say, "How do you know?" "Well, I went to this guy and he did a bit of muscle testing, and he pulled out this Ouija board, did a tarot card reading, and then he did a teacup leaf reading, and then he said, "I've got parasites, and I need like zappers, and I need all these concoctions and things to kill all the all the bugs all over my body." So we get the same with candida. And then we also get the second type, and they say, "Well, hang on a minute, I've been tested. I've got Candida auris, I've got Candida paralopsilosis at a 2+ count." So we've actually got a scientific test. So it pays to get tested, folks. But how do you know the difference between the parasite problem and the candida problem? You can see my videos on that, because I talk a lot about parasite, detoxing, parasite cleansing in this YouTube channel as well. But the parasite cleanse is not really the same as the candida cleanse. To begin with the parasite, generally you've got one type of bug normally that a person's infected with. With candida, it's a little bit more complicated than that. I find candida messes up the gut and creates a big mess and creates a massive problem. The parasite does the same, but it takes a little bit longer. The person will first get hit with the sickness, they'll get sick, and over a period of time, if they don't deal with it, they'll get other problems that just seem to creep up. And then of course candida can come along, and they can get SIBO and other bacterial problems. But usually when you get a parasite, you get the parasite. So that's the time to deal with it. And this is usually when people drop the bloody ball, when the doctors stuff up, they misdiagnose. I can't tell you how many people I've seen that I've helped overcome a parasite problem that never even knew they had a parasite because they weren't even tested, or went to some kind of shaman kind of person who tested them inadequately. Same with candida. So it's difficult to answer the question, how do you know if you need a parasite cleanse or a candida cleanse without adequate testing? It's difficult. Is the treatment the same, however? Now that's an interesting question. If you look at CanXida Remove, the product I formulated several years ago, it was designed to work with parasites and bacteria and yeasts. So it's a very suitable and effective product for a broad range of potential pathogens in the gut. So if you haven't been tested, you don't want to be tested, you haven't got the means to be tested, CanXida is going to still work quite well on you. The dose will need to be tapered to suit your gut, obviously, and so will the diet. You'll need to taper the diet. But I urge you in time to get a test done to make absolutely sure that the gut's clear of what you had. You should know by a lack of symptoms. As symptoms come down over time, that should be a signal, your gut's improving and the parasite or the candida is gone. But if you want to know up front, before you embark on any kind of protocol, treatment protocol, it's smart for you to get a stool test done that covers parasitology as well as microbiology. So that will give you, the whole gamut of things to look at. After COVID-19 settled down and we've gone past the bell curve, it's probably time to go back to your naturopathic doctor or integrative physician and ask for a stool test if you really want to know if you're parasites or, candida. But if you're going to do that, make sure you don't take medicines just before you do a stool test, okay? So allow the gut then to have these symptoms expressing for you which you don't like, and then the test is done. It's going to show you what you've really got, and then that's going to push you into more of a parasite protocol or a candida protocol. So what's the difference between two protocols? Look at this YouTube channel, because there's nearly 2,000 videos on it now, and I explain everything. Can't talk all about it in one video. Thanks for tuning in.